This is Valmiki Ramayan, Season 5, Episode 8, Kishkindha. The skies had cleared. Sharad Ritu, autumn, had arrived. Once again, Valmiki gives us a vivid description of the sights and sounds of the season. Ram tells Lakshman, "The forest looks so pretty with these autumn flowers in bloom. The rain-washed mountain peaks shine in the clear blue sky. The peacocks have shed their colorful plumes and are quiet. So are the elephants and the mountain streams. Cows and swans crowd the river banks. The rivers are flowing gently, their water no longer muddy. Slush has dried up. It is time to step out now. But I don't see Sugreev doing anything. Sita is in that terrible situation, and we are wasting time here. Lakshman, please go to Kishkindha and tell Sugreev that I am extremely angry with him. He needs to do what he promised." Lakshman was also seething with rage. And so, he set off for Kishkindha. Some Vanaras that were roaming near the city gates saw Lakshman and quickly went to inform Sugreev. But Sugreev was too busy for them. He had more enjoyable company. And so Angad went to meet Lakshman. Lakshman's words were polite, but the way he looked at Angad said it all. Angad was shaken. He ran back with some other Vanaras to report to Sugreev. But Sanidra Klanta Samvito Vanaro Navibuddhavan Babhuva Madamattascha Madanena Chamohita. Sugreev was lying drunk out of his senses, knocked out. With great difficulty, they managed to awaken him. His eyes were red and unsteady. They told him that a furious Lakshman was at the city gates to see him. Sugreev had better come fast and pacify him. But Sugreev was puzzled. Why on earth is Lakshman angry with me? I have not done or said anything wrong. Perhaps one of my enemies has poisoned his ears. We must find out. Ram is a dear friend, and I am deeply indebted to him." Hanuman, the ever-wise, then advised, "O Lord of the Vanaras, I am not at all surprised that you remember well what Ram did for you. But you have not noticed that we are already in Sharad Ritu. We are late in starting the search for Sita. Lakshman must have come to talk about that. Krita paradhasya hite nanyat pashyamyaham kshamam antarenanjalim badhva Lakshmanasya prasadanat. You are at fault. I strongly suggest that you go to Lakshman with folded hands and apologize sincerely. Even if he says anything harsh, bear with it. I am saying this because it is my duty to tell you without fear what is best for you." Meanwhile, Lakshman had had enough of waiting and decided to come into the city. We shall now get to see this beautiful capital city of the Vanaras, Kishkindha. Nagari Ramya Kishkindha. Note, we are in the vicinity of the town of Hampi in modern-day Karnataka. The Tungabhadra river flows through this hilly landscape, dotted by huge boulders. Therefore, Valmiki has also poetically called the city a guha, which means a cave or that which is hidden. We should not take the word literally and imagine Kishkindha to be a ragtag settlement in a mountain cave. Valmiki says that this city in the hills was a Mahapuri, a great big city. There were multi-storied buildings, Prasadai Naika Bhumibhi, and many gardens and orchards. And just like Ayodhya, Kishkindha was also Hrishta Pushta Jana Kirna, full of happy and healthy people. There were many grand houses studded with jewels. On the main street were the palaces of the various Vanar leaders like Hanuman, Angad, and Nal. Sugreev's royal palace was secured by white ramparts all around. There was a golden archway at the entrance. The courtyards had huge trees which provided shade and fruits. Many beautiful young women wearing ornaments and flowers were milling around. There was music in the air. Lakshman stopped and made a thunderous sound with his bowstring, announcing his arrival and intent. Sugreev heard it and nervously said to Tara, "Please go and speak to Lakshman. Try to find out why he is angry. Calm him down. He won't speak harshly to a woman." Tara went to see Lakshman, although she was also quite drunk. Praskhalanti Madavihvalakshi Pralambakanchi Gunahema Sutra. Her steps were unsteady, her eyes drunken, and the golden strings of her dress were hanging loose, undone. Seeing her like this, Lakshman looked down. Tara pleaded with him to calm down and then took him into the inner chambers. Sugreev was sitting on his golden throne, in a tight embrace with Ruma and surrounded by women attendants. He saw Lakshman and jumped down from his throne. Lakshman said, "You got what you wanted from Ram, and now you are not bothered about helping him in return. You are too busy having a good time. You are an ungrateful liar. But remember what Ram is capable of. If you don't stand by your promise, you will go the way of Vali." Tara came to Sugreev's rescue. "Please don't be angry. It is not that Sugreev does not want to keep his promise. I know what Ram did for him. I also know that it is our duty now to help Ram, and I am aware of the delay on our part. O Lakshman, but I am also aware of the irresistible pull of desires." Sugreev was drawn to these pleasures that had been denied to him for so long, and he lost sense of time. Just like the great sage Vishwamitra, who spent 10 years with Menaka and felt it was just a day. When desires can sway even the Maharshis, what to say of ordinary people? Please forgive Sugreev. He is like your brother. He means well, and I know he will do anything for Ram. He has already sent a message to the Vanar leaders in all lands to bring in the troops. They should be coming here any time. Sugreev added, "I am always at Ram's service. How can I ever repay him for what he did? Please forgive my mistakes." Lakshman was satisfied. Sugreev then sprang into action and gave his orders. "May all the Vanaras, from the mountains to the sea, gather here at once. Send messengers and tell everyone to hurry up. Ahobhir dashabhiryecha nagachanti mamadnyaya hantavyaste duratmano rajashasana dushakah." Those evil ones who disobey this royal command and don't get here in 10 days shall be killed. That was Sugreev's deadline. Iti her asa. That is how it happened.